So what's up, man?
Coolin', man.
You know what I want to hear, right?
What you want to hear?
Baby!
Welcome to the Buffet Boys. It's your boy, the Salvadoran sensation, la semilla de Marañón, trayéndole ese sonido salvadoreño para todos los que están listos y preparados. Ya saben, estamos aquí. You know what it is. We back again, as always, to bring you that heat. With me is my main man, 100 grand, the Hotep hustler himself, Mr. Kodak Brown, Mr. 31 Savage, Mr. Split the Check, Mr. General Hate, Mr. Stole Your Girl, gave her right back because right now he needs to focus on himself. And, you know, to be quite honest, he doesn't like breaking up happy homes.
Oh,
Vic,
shit.
what's cracking, Vic?
What up, man? What up, man? You're a little too much, too much.
Yo, we out here, Vic. Episode 37. It's the Lester Hayes episode.
Ooh.
You feel me? And, hey, I am not with the shits, so we are ready to get this popping, Vic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, Eb, let's start with, how was your weekend, Eb?
It was cool, man. Labor Day, happy belated or whatever the fuck you want to call it after Labor Day.
I don't think you do that with Labor Day. I don't think you belate Labor Day.
Fuck it. Anyway, I hope no one out there is wearing white. You know what I mean? That's a fashion faux pas for anyone who's out there. You feel me?
You know Diddy's wearing white right now.
Diddy stays wearing white.
Yep.
Diddy goes to sleep in all white linen, wakes up in all white linen, you know? But, no, man, it was cool. Labor Day, you know what I mean? Me and wifey just stayed home, fucking slept and chilled and ate all types of fucking disgusting fast food. So it was good, man. I got to stay home. I got to relax. I really, you know what? I didn't get a lot of sleep, because I stayed up real late like I was a fucking 12-year-old. And I was watching The Sopranos, which has become my favorite show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've been catching up on that. I already knocked out 2 seasons. But yeah, man, it was cool. You know, I got to chill, you feel me? We got to relax, no problems, no issues. Light and easy and breezy, you know? What about you?
Cover girl. Ed, it was a nice weekend, man. Hey, I started by watching a bunch of college football. College football is back, and we're going to get into that pretty soon. And, you know, on Labor Day, I kind of, just hung out with some friends, barbecued, pulled it up. You know me. I like to be out in the sun, getting that nice chocolate color on my skin.
Getting that vitamin D.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, man, it was pretty cool. Just chill. Like, pretty relaxed, too. But yeah, I guess that changed today. All kinds of shit's happening. And I mean, I guess it
happened last week.
Yeah, last week too. So we had a little, little space to breathe this weekend. But I think we need to, give a little apologies for not acknowledging the, the big hurricane that hit in Texas. You know, our thoughts are with everybody down there, and we hope that anybody that was affected, can make it through.
Yeah, shout outs to everyone out there in Texas.
H-Town, man.
And I'm gonna give you the same thing that our president gives you. Hey, historic, amazing, great.
Jesus Christ!
Hurricane.
You
guys are in the Guinness Book of World Records now.
He's giving
Congratulations.
He's giving the stats of the hurricane. You turn around the card. Yo, this okay. I guess we're gonna get right into. Let's just jump right into it.
The best thing ever that's ever happened to Texas. Congratulations!
God.
I finally beat Obama. Mine was bigger. Okay, mine was bigger. This is something that no one's ever seen in the entire world. Nothing like Texas has ever seen in its entirety. Okay, it was a lot of death, a lot of damage done. Congratulations, Texas, you won.
Oh man. Well, I guess we gotta just jump right into this fucking...
Well, jump into it, Vic.
Like a swimming pool? Just gonna hop right in. Cannonball.
Just jump right in. Yeah, man. Yo,
man, well,
those fucking floods are nuts.
Yeah, man. It were really crazy scenes that you see. And there was great sights and there was, some terrible sights. People going in there, risking their own life to go try to help others was, wonderful to see. It's unfortunate that it, comes to this, to see people get together like that. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that when it did happen, that there was a lot of people out there looking out for one another. And,
absolutely.
And I mean, it's kind of surprising in this day and age,
Yeah, man. And at the same time, just like you have people out there, you have good Samaritans and you have all types of wonderful things that happen during tragedies. Mm-hmm. You still have your fucking fuckboys grown as fucking just vile human beings. Yeah. And, my number one person right now on that list is your boy Joel. I want to call him Joel, but he's not Dominican, so I'm just going to call him as Joel.
Joel Santana?
Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen.
Joel Santana?
Joel Osteen. Nah, Joel Osteen, the fucking clown, is trying to make sure that he's a first ballot Charlaton Hall of Famer. And he continued his league-wide dominance last week. Yo, your man was out here not knowing whether to keep it funky or to lie, because he was flip-flopping back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Every time he was getting interviewed. So listen, the New Age Simon Magus needed the city of Houston to tell him to open his doors. Like, nah, fuck that. Y'all ain't fucking up my script.
Hold on.
Like, no one's coming in here.
Hold on. You didn't really even explain who he is. So Joel Osteen is the pastor. I hope so too, because you've seen his face. If you've watched TV on a Saturday, you've seen his face. He is the leader of the Lakewood Church and, one of the biggest evangelical churches in the United States. You'd figure, being a man of God, you would hope that someone with such a big church, a church that used to be the home of the Houston Rockets, by the way. I don't know if you knew this. Yeah. That used to be the arena that they used to play in. You'd hope that he would welcome people in with open arms, like Jesus would have, right?
Of course. And see, that's the problem, Vic. It's like, listen, if you are the man of God, like you say you are, like, you don't need the city to tell you to open your doors. And that's basically what he said towards the latter part of last week, which was the city of Houston never asked us to open our doors. Like, first of all, I don't think the city of Houston needs to ask you to do something that, first of all, that should just be human nature off the rip. That should just be something you want to do. But the fact that you are such a spiritual and a religious man, that should have been the first thing you do. But let's keep it funky, Vic. This guy is fucking multi-millionaire. He was probably like, hey, listen, I don't want any of you guys fucking up my couches. I don't want you guys dragging any mud in here, I don't want you guys doing any of that. Take your shoes off.
Yeah, I don't like. Line up your shoes outside. I don't like y'all because y'all don't wipe your feet before you come in.
Don't wipe your feet. Listen, I don't need all that
fingers
right now, okay?
all up in the pulpit.
Nasty, like you guys have fucking open sores and you got fucking I don't want none of that shit. Please, just not right now. Like, what a fucking clown, yo! Like, straight up and down. Like, as a man of God, there shouldn't be any hesitation to take people in. Like, you don't need the city to ask you for help, Vic. You know what? I was thinking this is like someone telling you, like, damn, man, I gotta take the bus because fuck, I wrecked my car. And like deep down inside, you should offer at the very least to give him a ride to this bus stop. But instead, you're like, what? Damn,
Word?
that sucks.
Oh, man, I'll see you later.
Damn, dog. Hey, let me know if you need anything. You're like, man, I hope you don't ask me for a ride.
I mean, if that wasn't bad enough, again, like we said, he flip-flopped. And, of course, after, intense media pressure, of course, they're allowed to come into our house of God. Of course. And, okay, fine. Like, it does seem too little too late, but, they are going to help people eventually, right? but it puts a sour taste in my mouth. And if that wasn't bad enough, this Sunday when they had service, they had many people that were affected by the flood, many displaced people, and they went ahead and continued their I don't want to say greedy ways, but greedy ways. But greedy
That's what
ways.
Charlatans do.
And
That's what charlatans do.
And they went ahead and continued to pass out the collection plate like it was a normal day, like it was a normal Sunday.
Yo, what kind of fucking psychopath does that, Vic? Like, okay, fine, you guys are in here. Hey, make sure you get those collection plates over there. Yeah. Over there. Yeah, keep passing them around.
Look, I mean, I've made no secret that I am not a man of God. I do not follow any religion. But I do respect the people that follow the goodness that is in those books that they worship. And it's usually very obvious of those people. They're not judgmental. They're pretty, upfront with what they are, and you're not going to change their mind on what they believe in. They don't really try to change yours. Now, on top of that, I always had a problem with pastors, priests, and any clergymen that
charlatans, Vic.
That create wealth off of religion.
Charlatans, Vic. That is the literal definition.
Now, Eb, I know you have the notes in front of you, but let me just tell you how much this pastor or priest, whatever he is, his net worth is. This charlatan. This Charlemagne is worth.
Whoa! Wait. Whoa.
Yeah, this guy is worth $40 to $60 million.
God damn, Vic. Like Drake. He's like worth what Drake is. He out here dropping albums. What the fuck? Yo,
it's like it's like he got in a half fight with Mayweather.
yo, he got that deal. Like Jesus called him, like, hey, so what's up? You want to sign? Like, yo, sign me right now, whatever. I'll sign. Give me a 6-year deal. Fuck, that's wild.
I would never trust someone please explain to me how you can trust a priest or a pastor that is worth that much money. I mean, I thought in the Bible it said that a man is more likely to pass a camel through the eye of a needle before he enters the kingdom of God. I thought that's what it said. I thought you're supposed to give away your prosperity. You're supposed to give away your money and possessions to people that need them.
You obviously missed the part where it also said that you got to pay to play, baby.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
You know what it was when you signed up. Like, listen, I may have been late to open these doors, but these tithes are always on time. So, that's pass why the fucking collection plate to the back, please. I'm not gonna ask you again.
That's why he was so late to the game, man. He had to polish up those collection plates, make sure they're nice and clean.
Like, hey, I need to make sure everything is pristine. So when we get these people in here, we're gonna make sure we get as much money as possible.
Hey, can we get them? Can we get them plates re-chromed, please? Can we get them plates re-chromed? Too many dirty fingerprints on them.
Hey, you guys are fucking up. My name isn't engraved in these plates. Everybody needs to know what's going on.
Joel, you know the name.
Joel. We don't mind the kind of money that jingles, but we prefer the money that folds.
Oh. So please. You gonna bust out Coming to America
don't
reference.
Ask no questions.
That boy good.
Man. Hey, you know what's crazy? I saw videos of this guy, and his fucking church is packed, Vic, to the brim.
Yes.
To the brim, yo. Like, that should look like a Mumford & Sons concert. Like,
I mean, like I said, he's the head of one of the biggest evangelical churches in the United States, if not the biggest.
Man.
So, yeah, I mean, it's literally a stadium that he preaches from.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
an arena.
Him and Creflo Dollar and I forgot the other guy's name. Yo, Creflo got a PJ, son. Like, how the fuck do you have a PJ as a fucking as a pastor, a reverend, or whatever. Like, yo, how do you have a private jet and you're gonna say, yo, the reason I got it is so that I can fucking touch, all the many lives from around the world. Like, oh, word is not so you can go to fucking Vegas and then head back out to Miami and then make sure you had Sunday service on time. Like, nah, stop it.
Don't get me started, Ed. Don't get me started. I mean, I'll just tell you that's one of my biggest gripes with religion. That amongst other things, but that's a big one. So, right. I just feel like there was so much good out there, and they had the opportunity to go ahead and be a part of that, and they just waited for the green light. Nah, just go out there and do it, man. So if y'all went out there and did it, y'all went out there and helped, y'all donated without even thinking twice, man, good for you. And, that kind of stuff warms my heart. But this kind of stuff makes me just furious. So, fuck this guy.
Well, listen, Vic. While Joel was out here scumbagging, there were some good Samaritans.
Sure.
They were popping up all over during the hurricane. Mm-hmm. And one in particular, actually 4 in particular, was a staff at a Mexican bakery chain in Houston. Yeah, man. So it seems that they were trapped during Hurricane Harvey, and they were actually in there for 2 days. Now, instead of waiting for someone to tell them what to do, you know what they ended up doing, Vic?
What's that, Ed?
Well, you have the story in front of you, but they actually decided to make as many loaves of bread as possible for the community. Yeah. And not just any type of bread, Vic. They were making some pan dulce.
Ooh, they was getting it popping. I love it.
So imagine 2 days worth of bread, Vic, while they themselves are actually trapped during the hurricane. They weren't waiting for anyone to tell them, hey, we should do this or you guys should do that. Nah, they said, you know what? Fuck that. Let's get this shit popping because someone's going to come and rescue us. And when they do, we're going to have some food to pass around to our people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And by people, I mean all people.
Yeah, man.
So that goes to show you, Vic, that, hey, listen, it doesn't matter how much money you have, what you do. There's people that are just going to do good because they want to do good, not because someone's telling them to do good, not because they're on fucking camera and they don't want to fuck up their business. You know what I mean? But I started thinking, I was like, man, look at Vic's people out here being all righteous and being all righteous and whatnot. But I figured out, I was like, you know why they did this, Vic?
What's that?
Because as Latinos, we've been conditioned to do shit before we're told to do it. So they're like, hey, yo,
we better make
this shit going like now. Yo.
We better make this bread. My mom's gonna come over here and pull my ear.
For real. You mean you gotta wait for me to tell you to do shit? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Take out the trash.
Take out the fucking trash. Like, oh shit, man. Let me go. Fuck. Hey, go take out the trash before Marcus. Oh, shit. Hey, you gonna sweep? I'll sweep. Okay, I'll sweep and you vacuum. And then, all right, are we missing anything? I don't know, man. I feel like we're missing something. Nah, man, I think we're good. Nah, man, I really feel like we're missing something.
Man, we're always missing something.
Why didn't you wash the fucking plates? Like, oh, fuck.
Damn it. Sorry, Mom. I'll get right on it. Man, well, Eb, I mean, I think it's important that we go ahead and give the actual bakery some recognition. The bakery is actually called El Bolillo Bakery in Houston, Texas. And by the way, if y'all don't know what bolillo bread is, you guys are missing something spectacular. Am I lying, Ed?
Not at all, but for my non-Mexican Latinos, it's basically pan francés.
There you go.
And I guess maybe that would just be for Salvadorians.
Well, actually, like French bread is a little different, right? It's slightly different, but it's delicious. Whatever you call it, it's fucking awesome.
Listen, we call it French bread, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Stick to calling.
Yeah.
Pan
all right.
francés.
All right.
Although you are right, it's nowhere near French bread.
Yeah, it's not French bread. Yeah.
Whatever. Facts don't matter in this day and age, Vic. I thought we agreed upon this already.
Hey, we've gotten called out on some facts on this show before, so
just remember, guys, this is all satire. This is comedy. All of the fucking anything that we talk about is solely mine and Vic's opinion.
It's opinion.
That's all it is
we're
opinion.
giving you opinions on,
mixed with a little bit of fact.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
If it's true, it's true, and if it's not, well, it's not.
Now, Ed, we were talking about football earlier.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of my weekend actually was college football. I love football. I love watching football, pro and college football. And as we talked about last episode, me and my family are big UCLA Bruin fans, and we watch almost every season and are usually disappointed every season. And I started watching.
Sound like Raider fans.
Oh yeah, and that just tells you I'm a Raiders fan. I'm a Bruins fan. I've had a lot of disappointment in my life, but Ed, I started watching the UCLA game this weekend, and they started getting their ass whooped real quick. I think in the first quarter they were down like 21-3, and I turned it off. I'm telling you right now, I flipped it. I flipped the channel. I was like, I can't watch this right now. I can't even watch this. I'll watch the next game. And I got surprised about 2 hours later when I heard Pops just screaming at the top of his lungs like, I can't believe this is happening. and they ended up coming back, the second largest comeback in the history of college football, and beat Texas A&M.
What was the score? Hold on, because I'm confused now. What was the score?
So the final score was 45-44. UCLA won, but in the fourth quarter, UCLA was down 44-10.
Damn.
So with 12 minutes left, they came back with 4 consecutive touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's kind of like bittersweet because you're like, damn, you're gonna do that to a state that's already going through so much. You're gonna just let them have that. Would that be? Hey,
it's sports, baby. It's sports, baby.
You know what it was. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was other games that happened, man. They were real crazy.
Yeah.
And you sent me you sent me this article of a D3 game. St. John's versus St. Scholastica.
Yeah, that should have tipped you off right then and there. Like, yo, these kids are about to get in some goots. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is after the club, a couple bottles down. Now, what, you know what I mean? Like,
Ed,
deep in them goods.
Is this the St. John's?
No.
Dog, okay, I'm asking a question. All right, you don't got to get upset with me. Hey, you need to relax.
Division 3 St. John's.
Okay. So Division 3 St. John's beat Scholastica.
Beat a bunch of fucking nerds.
98.
Like, yo, that should
98 to nothing.
You know right there.
98 to nothing, man.
Any fucking school named St. Scholastica. Like, the school was so bad they couldn't come up with, like, they didn't have any founding father. They didn't have anybody of importance to name the school after. No fucking nothing in regards to the church. It was just like not even the state or the city. It was just like, yo, what are we gonna call this? Well,
we're a school, right?
Call it the University of Books. Yo, the University of Books.
But we're a Catholic school.
Yeah.
Same books. It don't have that ring to it. It don't got that ring to it.
Saint Novels Books. Yo,
Saint
like
School
of College
there it is.
Learning. Yeah. Yo, they got deep in those ribs, Vic. 98-0. And you know what the crazy thing is? 98-0. It could have been a lot worse. Because it was 98-0, I believe, in the third quarter. And they had like the entire fourth quarter. They were like, yo, we're cool with just running the clock down. And that's essentially what they did. But St. Scholastica was like, they were on their masochist shit. It was like, nah, fuck it, bring it.
Oh, like,
what? We brought that shit like 3 quarters ago, my friend.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
This is a wrap. And it was so bad, every single player from the St. John's team was able to play. Literally almost every receiver caught a pass. Every quarterback had to make a throw. Every running back got to make a run. Everyone got some touches, Vic. and that's not the worst loss in D3 history. The last such score was from another D3 team. Rockford beat Trinity Bible 105-0.
God. Oh, God damn it. Like,
why would you even want to play? Like, I wouldn't even want to play. But, yo, man, fuck this. Like, I'm good. You putting up video game numbers, Vic. You putting it on rookie, and then you're just like, fuck it. I'm just.
This is like that. Like after you had Madden for like 13 months, and you don't get the new one yet, and you're tired of playing online. You're tired of playing. You're like, all right, let me run career mode real quick. Let me try to beat these teams by 100 points.
Nah, this is like the old Tecmo Bowl and just having Bo Jackson run around in circles and having the whole team follow him. And you just score. Like, that's what I was envisioning. Like you should look a fucking Benny Hill episode. Just people just running around and chasing him and just scoring touchdowns. Like, that's fucking wild, Vic. Like, I don't even know if I'd be able to play. Like, I'd be like, I can't play on this fucking team.
Well, Eb, you played sports, and I play sports. Not necessarily at this level. Not. We didn't get to this level. We play high school sports, right?
It looks like we could both play at this level.
I'm trying to get a motherfucking scholarship.
Yo, what school do you go to? Yo, I go to the fucking Trinity of Holy Baptist Bible University. To D3 school. Oh, I play outside linebacker, quarterback, punter, kicker,
scorekeeper.
I'm an assistant coach, scorekeeper, and I also take care of the grounds on the weekends.
Oh,
so
shit.
Yeah.
But all right, Eb. So we both play sports, right? At least high school level sports.
Yeah.
Eb, what would you do if you were getting your ass whooped like this? Would you? Well, I mean, I guess you have to take it, right? But how would you feel? Would you want them to like try to get the game over quickly, or would you be like, nah, I'm taking my ass whooping like a man?
I see. Look, you're putting me in a position to make it seem as though I'd be like, nah, I'm not a man because I don't want to take it. That's bullshit. First of all, there's a difference between getting spanked. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, 45-0, 50-0. I think we've all been there. I remember vividly playing against Loyola when I was in high school, and Vic, they put hands on us like all over the field. They was like having a field day. It got so bad they was beating the shit out of us during the first half, and we were like, all right, these guys must be tired, and they were tired. So then their B team got to play against us in the second half, and their B team got in our guts.
So they ran a choo-choo on you too.
They ran a triz, Vic. They ran a triz. Fat Joe, Big Pun, and the whole terror squad, Vic. They were just out there just running a crazy triz. But like but it wasn't 100 points. Like at some point you gotta do something, man. I mean, I'm not an advocate for hurting people, but I mean, if I gotta step on someone's hand,
you gotta send a message, right? Like,
they're sending a message. They're sending a message. I'm definitely gonna send a message. I'm gonna step on your fucking hand,
but
clown.
Here's the problem, man. Here's the problem. Sometimes a team is that much better than the other team that even putting your second string in, you're gonna murder a team. But I think as a coach, right? You should be able to.
Whooping.
No. As a coach of the team that's winning, right? I think you should try to enforce interesting ways on how you can beat the other team. Yeah. Right? To give them some dignity. Yeah. But is that more dignity?
The annexation of Puerto Rico, guys.
Exactly. You gotta whittle down the playbook to that Tecmo Super Bowl playbook. That 4 plays, 4 runs, 4 passes.
Yo, you know what? And I'll tell you this much. When I was coaching soccer at HS, Hoover High School is perennial for having the worst fucking teams ever.
Worst sports in general, just all around.
In general, period. Just fucking garbage.
Yep.
And we were waxing that ass so bad that I was like, all right, listen, the next 10 minutes, only 2 touches. You get 2 touches, you got to give the ball up. And that's how bad it gets. And like when you start having drills and shit during a game, like that's when you know, like, all right, yo, like we might want to call this shit cool.
Yo, but is that like more of an insult or less of an insult to the other team?
It's a lot more of that's a big insult. Like, yo, imagine you're running drills during a fucking game, not like a scrimmage, But like a real game, you're out here just fucking like, yeah. Let's do some flea flickers. Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
so
man.
yeah,
I
man,
don't know.
that shit was pretty wild, though.
I don't know how you can tell a team to like take the foot off the gas. You kind of got to just hope that they do. You know, I don't know, because you've seen coaches time and time again talk about how a team runs up the score. Well, how about you don't let them?
Yeah. Yo,
Bottom line.
Do what you got to do.
Yep.
Do what you got to do. And so, you know, that wasn't the biggest. Well, it was one of the bigger ones, but just like there was comebacks and just like there was blowouts, there were also two big upsets there over the weekend, Vic.
Okay.
And the first one was Liberty over Baylor,
Oh,
and then
what?
Howard University beating UNLV.
Yeah, I saw that one. Mm-hmm.
Now, Vic, Howard was a 45-point underdog, and Liberty was a 33-point underdog.
So have you put some money on them? Oh,
yes, and that's exactly what I was gonna get to. Now, I'm not sure if you're a big. I don't know if you've ever bet before, but for my gamblers out there, you know what I mean. You know, putting the lease up and putting the crib up and shit, trying to feed it. You know, you got Tony Soprano coming to the crib. You know, I saw one specific thing. It was regarding if you put down $100 parlay. Now, if you don't know what a parlay is, it's essentially you pick like 3 or 4 teams, and you pick those 3 or 4 teams to win by a certain point margin or whatever, right? The thing is, all 4 of those teams need to win.
Yeah.
Now, the odds are a little stacked against you, obviously, because you're picking more than one team, but the payout is pretty fucking big.
Uh-huh.
If you would have selected Howard and Liberty as a 2-team parlay and put down $100,
yeah.
Guess how much money? Guess what the comeback is, Vic. Guess what that comeback was?
50 large.
$4.1 million.
Jesus Christ! What am I doing with my life?
$4.1 million if you would put $100 and did a two-team parlay. Now, again, for the people that are avid, you know, scumbags and are out here actually betting their life away, you would know that parlays don't necessarily ever really hit like that. It's always like you pick a 6-team parlay, it's going to pay you out big dividends. The first 5 teams hit, and then that last team fucks you up. So, and who the fuck is going to, who would have thought like, let me pick Howard and Liberty? Nobody.
Well,
nobody. That's like hitting the lotto.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
UNLV ain't about that, though.
Well, listen, UNLV
maybe in
has
basketball.
a pretty good football program. No,
I don't know.
Look,
I went to go watch them 2 years ago when UCLA played them in Vegas, and that team was caca. Their stadium's pretty cool though.
Score?
I don't know. We left at the third quarter and they were down. UCLA was up. I don't know, by 28 or something. Yeah. So I don't know if they scored more points, but we definitely left at the quarter and we're like, all right, cool. We're done. We're done here.
The point is, these were major upsets.
Okay.
And it comes on the 10-year anniversary of Was it Appalachian? It was Appalachian, some shit like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Appalachian, something. When they beat Michigan about 10 years ago, they beat Michigan. That was probably the biggest upset ever. So it came a day after that.
It was on like opening weekend too, right? Appalachian State.
Yeah.
I remember
and they
that.
came back. Yeah. Had that crazy run back. You're like, oh shit! And everybody went nuts. Yeah. So yeah, man. Hey, listen, we're back, baby. You know what I mean?
College
football's back, and NFL's about to start on Sunday. You know, our Raiders about to come out strong. About to make that wild bid for the Super Bowl. Because you know what, man?
I don't like that people. I don't like that people are saying that. I don't like that broadcasters are like, hey, the Raiders about it. I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. It makes me nervous.
16 years of hearing like, yo, we're trash and garbage. You and the Browns, like, yo, fuck, dog. Like, I'm all the way with it. So I'm waiting. You know what I'm really waiting for? I'm waiting for these people to come out and be like, oh, look at all the Raider bandwagons. Shut the fuck up. All right, we're trying to hear all that shit. All right, if these people want to jump on board, let them jump on board, dog. The more the merrier. All right, I am not hating one bit. What I am hating on, though, is these fake-ass Rams fans and these fake-ass Chargers fans all of a sudden putting decals all over your fucking Tahoe and fucking wearing a Junior Seau jersey knowing damn well you hated the Chargers. You were a Dallas Cowboys fan last year, and now you're a fucking Rams fan? Now you're a Chargers fan? I thought you were a 49ers fan, my guy. Now you're a fucking... Get the fuck out of here. You don't deserve to wear any of those jerseys. In any case, I'm just excited, man. I'm really excited for the new season. NFL's here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Football's back, so I can't wait for it, man. But
exciting.
I'm excited. But Ed, let's keep it going with some sports. And as some people may know, not surprisingly, the Latino guys are with the soccer tit. Right?
Oof, yeah.
And next year
of course they would talk about soccer.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet, but as anticipation builds for next year's World Cup in Russia, Qatar, which hosts the 2022 World Cup, is already with it. They're already building. They're already getting their shit together, and I hope so because them 115-degree temperatures, it's gonna be nuts.
Yo. Gonna be fucking bananas. They were even mentioning moving the World Cup to the wintertime.
They already did it.
Fuck that.
They already did it.
They're doing it. Nah, see?
Yep.
That's bullshit.
But anyway,
man.
Still gonna be hot
bullshit.
as fuck. Still gonna be hot as fuck. So they're building they're building air-conditioned stadiums, Ed.
I would hope so.
We saw images of a stadium that is being built currently that caught our attention. So, the Al Therma Stadium, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, butchering it, excuse me, but Al Therma Stadium in Doha, Qatar, is being built, 40,000 person stadium, and Ed, what was the interesting look that it had to it?
Well, apparently it looks like a fucking Scully cap, dog. Like it look like a fucking wave cap. Like, yo, so they're building this fucking stadium, and it's actually supposed to look like a traditional Arabian skull cap.
Yep.
Which is fucking hilarious, because I'm like, damn, y'all spending $200 billion to make the shit look like a fucking kufi. You know what I mean? Like, I was like...
Y'all spending all that money when you could just ask Common for his.
Smack Kufi smacker. I'm a Kufi smacker. Yo, that's fucking wild, man. But yo, $200 billion. They're gonna fucking have ACs all up in that joint.
Yep.
I started thinking, I'm like, yo, first of all, why? Like, I started thinking, why? Who the fuck wants to have a soccer? Like, who wants to play soccer? Is it Qatar or is it Qatar? Because I keep hearing
call it Qatar.
Completely different.
I call it Qatar.
So it's not box cutter. Okay, cool. I'm cool with Qatar.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, shit. Oh,
you need to take it easy,
I
buddy.
Just caught that. I jumped. Wow.
Hot take.
Damn, I got dark and I didn't even notice it. Damn. I didn't even realize it. If you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't, well, hey, sorry.
Anyway,
moving along. Oh shit. All right. Yeah, man. I was thinking, like, who the fuck wants to play soccer? Like, who wants to play soccer? Who wants to go to Qatar, first of all, period. And then you go play soccer. Probably one of the, I would say, most strenuous.
Active. Yep.
Yeah, active. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are literally running nonstop and sprinting almost for 45 minutes.
Miles,
back
literally
and forth,
miles.
So, and I'm thinking, who the fuck wants to play in Qatar? Like, it's not even like a destination for anyone. But then I started reading, and I'm like, oh, they have a gang of money. Lot of money.
They got that oil money. They got that oil. That's right. That's right. And then I was thinking, like, based on the FIFA sanctions from the people who were in charge when all this went down, I could understand why it's in Qatar, because that money is flowing like wine, baby. Yep, like water. Now, Ed, I mean, I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's going on there. They literally have been kidnapping people and working them in like pretty much slave labor camps to build these stadiums.
Yep.
And
damn, that is fucking wild.
Yeah, if you watch some of these documentaries that are being made about this World Cup, they're still 5 years away. It is fucking bananas. It is crazy to see what's going on. And I don't know, man. This shit seems like a little too much.
Well,
now, am I gonna still watch the World Cup?
Oh shit, Vic. Yo, this is God.
I mean, I almost prefer not to answer that question.
But yo, I mean, it's true because their Arab neighbors, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates, have actually imposed a couple sanctions because of said atrocities and slave encampments and all that good stuff. Which, of course, Qatar has denied completely.
Of
and be
course.
like, listen, these people all came on their free will. We didn't make anyone, okay? We don't believe in kidnapping. We don't believe in enslaving anyone. People work because they want to work. Do we pay them? They don't want to get paid. You know what I mean?
And they can't leave or else we'll kill them. I mean nothing.
They don't eat because they don't want to eat. They don't leave because they don't want to leave. Okay? So I mean, I feel you, bro. But I was thinking, I was hoping anyway that the more and more this goes on, that at some point they're going to kind of just say, yeah, nah, we're good. You know what? FIFA, although sometimes they kind of drop the ball, sometimes they're pretty good about some of the shit that they, the stances that they take.
Yeah.
But again, when it comes to money, Vic,
Yep.
doesn't even matter.
Nope.
Whatsoever.
Nope.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. It'll be kind of fucked up if like 2 years from now they're like, yo, hey, guess what, Qatar, we're not doing it. It's just like a fucking half-built stadium and shit. Fucking people just go in there like, yo, I'm going to fucking get an AC. Yeah, let's go to the fucking stadium. We got them by the hundreds.
I don't know, man. This shit's crazy. But since we're talking about desert, let's just keep talking about desert, Ed.
Okay.
So as some of you may be aware, I mean, I don't think a large portion of our audience is, but as some of you might be aware, Burning Man is happening, or just ended, I think, yesterday. I believe it ended yesterday.
Well, Vic, explain to the people what Burning Man is, because some people may not know. This isn't, let me see. You're probably not going to see a lot of POCs at Burning Man. You might. I doubt it, but you might.
Well, Burning Man is a week-long festival that kind of encourages people to be whoever they want to be, and it includes lots of art installations and lots of music installations and this and that. And about, I believe, 50,000 people go to the Black Rock Desert in Nevada, just north of Reno, to experience this. And it's been going on for years.
So, again, let me just go back to my earlier point. I don't think a lot of POCs go to that. And kind of what Vic was explaining kind of solidify that there may not be a huge diverse crowd. But continue.
It's not usually, at least from what I've seen, I haven't been myself. But fortunately, I have a couple really close friends that are what you would call burners. And that is the moniker given to people that go to Burning Man frequently. Maybe not every year, but
and just to kind of clarify, when he says burners, it's the people that are going to Burning Man.
Burners, not
what you use to make that call, or what you gonna pull out your waist in case you gotta let them know what time it is. Okay, we're talking specifically.
In case the block gets hot, you gotta pull out the burner, let them know what it is. Pull the burner out, yo. No, so burners have this reputation of being a little annoying. Let's not even beat around the bush. Being very annoying about how this is a life-changing event. Now, to be fair, I've never been, and it very well might be. But in all honesty, what it seems like is thousands of people going to the desert to see titties and get high on various drugs.
Various drugs.
Yeah. from hard stuff to your basic stuff, you know. And I don't know how I feel about it now. I have made a commitment to one of my best friends in the world that when he decides to get married, we will do his bachelor party at Burning Man. So I am obligated to do that when that time comes. And I guess I'll get back to you guys when that happens. But anyway, now that we have a little background on Burning Man.
Real quick though, Vic, you know, there's another way that you can become a burner, dog, if you just keep it simple and you keep it very traditional and just fucking get a couple strippers, and you know, if one of them gives you a little something, then hey, fuck it, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, listen, it was a while.
Oh, you mean when you go to the bathroom, you become a burner?
It was a
out there. You got a little bit of that, you know, that. You know about that
drip.
The drip. Yeah. Like, it's a burner. She's a burner.
It was a wild weekend. You know what I mean? And hey, we sent my man off right.
But okay, so now that we have a little background on what Burning Man is and what a burner is, burner Aaron Joel Mitchell. Nah, I said Joel. Fucking Joel. That's like, nah. Let me hit that again. Aaron Joel Mitchell, age 41. Let's say that something interesting happened. He lost his goddamn mind and ran into what they call the man burn, which is a big, what do they call that, Ed?
I don't even know what it is, but it's like
it's a giant structure.
Big ass fixture.
Yeah, it's a giant structure. It's a giant structure, in the shape of a man. That's why it's called Burning Man. At the end of the festival, they literally light this structure on fire to let it burn down, and you know, people usually circle around it. It's giant though. This is not a small, you know, a small.
Huge.
It's huge.
Like scaffolds, like fucking scaffolds that they put together to build this shit.
So, you know, at this man burn, Mr. Aaron went ahead and ran through 2 lines of security and ran into the fixture while it was on fire. And unfortunately, Aaron lost his life to this. And
what would compel somebody to say, yo, I'm about to put on my best American Gladiator helmet and I'm going to get through 2 fucking lines? That's our thing. I'm like, yo, what kind of security guards do you have where a random 40-year-old fucking Swiss native can just run through it?
Ed, because he's an American citizen, but he lives in Switzerland. And that's also an interesting thing about Burning. Yeah, there's another interesting thing about Burning Man. People from all over the world go to it. So it sounds like an interesting festival, but there's certain things that make me iffy about it.
You mean the drugs?
I ain't about that.
It is hot as fuck. It's like 100 degrees out there. And you know what's worse is when something's burning for hours and hours and fucking hours. There's a lot of smoke inhalation out that bitch, dog. You can't see shit. It's dusty. Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. That doesn't sound too appealing.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, just so you get the idea, this is not the type of place that has like stadium security. It's not a stadium. You're out in the middle of the desert. It ain't guys with little yellow jackets, you know, arm chained around this structure.
They got the event staff. They got that event staff jacket on.
So exactly. So it's not like it makes sense that a guy could just clearly run through and just do that.
Right.
I mean, I don't get it, man. They're already having a hard time with keeping the event alive because people keep dying due to different reasons.
Yeah, really.
People keep dying.
This happened before.
Yeah, well, not this exactly. Wow. Not a person jumping into the Burning Man, but pretty much people dying due to drug overdoses and you know,
that's cool. That's light.
So
that's light.
Yeah, no problem there. I don't know, man. Ed, would you ever do something like that? Would you ever go to a place like Burning Man?
No, absolutely not. That's not. First of all, it doesn't sound fun to me whatsoever. I mean, although I'll tell you this much, I've met people that have gone to Burning Man, and they've all told me essentially the same thing that you said earlier, which was it's an experience. It's great. It just, you're out there. There's no showers, there's no nothing. You're out there for like a couple days or a few days, and you just it just is what it is. Everybody smells like shit. Everybody's high as fuck. Like all the girls are butt ass naked essentially. Yep. Everyone's almost pretty much naked. Everyone's trying to fuck. So, yep. I mean, again, I could probably do that at Freaknik, you know what I mean? And I'm cool with that. Like, I guess, and I'd rather do that than go to Burning Man. Cause again, I hate the desert. I can't stand being in the desert, and I can't stand being in the desert in 100 and fucking 5-degree heat and having a fucking smoldering, blaze going on at the same time. So that's just that's not something I would do personally. Plus, you know me, Vic. I'm not, how can I put this? I'm not the type that's gonna rough it. If I want to take a shit, and you, not even you, Vic, keep it funky. You won't even take a shit at the Target, dog. Like, you got to make sure that, you got to be at home. You really expect me to think that for the next 2-3 days you're just gonna be taking a shit in a porta potty that like 7,000 other nasty motherfuckers have been using too?
I don't want to ever go to this, but like I said, I've made a commitment, and if it ever comes down to it, I guess I will come through with that commitment.
You'd be like, we can Skype. Like, you can Skype up on Skype.
Yeah, it's like I'm there. It's like I'm right there.
Like, oh, word? Listen, I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hold on, let me charge my phone. Yo, nah, I'm good. I don't know. But listen, hey,
Ed, the funny thing is that, so a lot of people think, oh, look, all these women are naked there. What a great thing to go to, right? Now, you're forgetting that there are tons of naked men there too. And one of the most interesting, I'm not there for that either, but doesn't mean it's not going to be in your face. Don't mean it ain't going to be right next to you.
Is this your first time? How you doing, guys? Hi.
Yeah, you think that's a joke? That is what's going to happen. Is this
your first Burning Man?
So are you guys? And they call them Burning Man virgins or virgins at Burning Man. It's ridiculous. But one of the most
popping
interesting.
Your cherry, huh? Okay.
God damn it! One of the most interesting things that I heard from Burning Man is there's a thing called a shirt cocker.
A what?
Shirt cocker.
What the fuck is that?
So a shirt cocker is a man that walks around with a shirt and no pants on. Just walking around with your fucking dick flopping around. I don't get it. I can't do that, man. Like, imagine getting a sunburn on your dick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You really be burning.
Yeah, imagine. Then you have to put lotion on it, and then things happen, and you know.
This is my thing. It's like, what would compel you to just be like, yeah, I'm cool with just walking around with my dick out and a t-shirt on? Like, those are the same guys at the gym, Vic. You're like, come on, dog. Like, yo, come on, listen. Yes, technically you can do what you're doing right now, but come on. Like, yo, like, come on. Put some drawers on. You don't have to fucking air dry your nuts in front of everyone. You feel me? So, I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? I guess I don't have to worry about that. Now, you, on the other hand, Vic, you may have to have someone, Joel, come up to you, like, hey, is this your first Burning Man? How you doing?
Oh, man. I wish you would.
Are you going to take off your pants too?
I wish you would. I fucking kick him in the balls, dog. I am and I am not looking forward to it at the same time. Like, I think it would be interesting, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to, so.
It would be an experience.
Yeah.
I think it would be an experience, Vic. And so you kind of have to just roll with it, man.
Yeah, man. But, since, I think that kind of goes into our next story, Eb. The science is out, Eb. More and more men ages 16 to 44 are using the pull-out method, Eb.
Hey, it's about fucking time, Vic. It's about fucking time that these people are joining the movement, Vic. You feel me?
No, man.
The pull-out gang is gaining traction out here in these streets. And I appreciate it because, listen, Because listen, you know, we had the grassroots movement back in 04, you feel me? And nobody wanted to fuck with it. And now it's starting to catch a little steam, you feel me? So I'm out there. We ready. I'm banging, dog. I'm out here. I'm out for the culture, dog. I am for the culture. Trust me, okay? Fears and tears, you won't catch me for 18 years. I'm out here.
Eb, you're telling the people the wrong thing to do, Eb. You are telling the people the wrong thing to do. Now,
I'm telling not to get people pregnant.
Now, hold on, Eb. Now, I guess the pull-out is better than the leave-in. You know? Yeah. I guess that would be better. But, Eb, it's very ineffective. That method is very, very ineffective.
Because you don't know how to use it right.
Yeah, okay. Eb, about 30% of women that's partner uses the pull-out method will become pregnant.
That other 70%, Vic, those are some great odds.
No, it's not. No, those are not great odds, Eb. Those are terrible odds.
70-30?
Yes. 70. Yeah, okay. All right.
Really great.
Eb, right now you're contributing to the overpopulation of the earth by giving some bad advice.
I'll tell you right now, I think what it is, Vic, is that some of these guys are saying that they did it, but they're really not doing it right. All right, you know when you're like, oh fuck, damn, I got a little in there. Just a little bit.
Oh shit, yo,
should be okay though.
Yo, Eb,
no, you really did it.
Oh god, Eb, you are giving some terrible advice right now. Now. I mean, you're also eating chips on a podcast, which is a big no-no. But
I'm sorry. I ate a peach. It was delicious. Anyway,
okay.
The point is, you're right though, Vic. I mean, listen, do you feel me? But to let you know, the pull-out method, it's once you master it, you can't go back. I'm gonna keep it super funky with you. Actually, even if you don't master it, you can never go back because it's just. I mean, listen, do you live your life? I'm not gonna stop anyone from doing what they're supposed to do, but I mean, listen, it's been tried and true. You know what I mean? And it's join the gang, dog. We out here. Feel me? Pull-out game.
If you rely solely on the pull-out method, that's how you end up being Sean Kemp. That's how
Sean Kemp knew what he was doing, Vic. I literally just told you. You know when you're like, damn.
Nah.
Yeah, I think a little bit slipped out there.
Yeah, sometimes, but Eb, sometimes it's so good that you can't judge that timing right, man.
Or like I told you before, Vic, those reverse. Remember, you were telling me earlier. I was under the impression that once the semen touches and gets in contact with air, that it automatically dies. And you're like, nah, my friend, that happens when it dries up. So I was like, yo, so all these reverse cream pies, I've been fucking rolling the dice.
Reverse cream pie? What the fuck is that? God. I guess I'm not with it nowadays. Yo,
all my scumbags know what I'm talking
about. Hold on. By the way, saying what you said right now, that was one of the moments where I was like, is my friend dumb? Is my friend really dumb?
Listen, I'm trying to help the community out here, okay?
I don't think you are, Eb. You're trying to get people handcuffed for 18 years, Eb.
Don't pull out shame me, Vic. Don't pull out shame me. I mean, I'll keep it all the way 100 with y'all. I mean, yes, is it something that we all want to do? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But I'll just let you know, if you decide to take that trip, just know that this isn't for everyone. Okay, this isn't just, not anyone can just walk these lines. Okay. And if you decide to go, there's no turning back.
Yeah.
There's no turning back. Like, it sounds like very, very funny, but you can't turn back. Like, it is what it is. Like, once you do that, you can never go back to having sex with a condom, because that game. That's just reverse. You can't have like a reverse fro. You know what I mean? You can't have like a reverse fucking fade. You can't get like a You can't have like a reverse taper. Well, I guess DJ Clue has a reverse taper. But anyway, the point Clue. The point is, you gotta just have to, once you decide to go, that road and down that path, kind of like when you go vegan, like you'll just never go back.
Once you start going raw diggity,
once you start skinny dipping, no, you just gotta say fuck it. It just is what it is. You just gotta make sure you time it right. And like I said, everyone knows.
This is the fucking worst advice. This is the worst advice I've ever heard in my life. It doesn't.
Imagine the 16-year-olds.
Damn, that's what I'm saying, man.
Like, nah, man. Eb said it was cool. Eb said it was the shit. Eb said it was the wave right now. He said everyone's doing it.
Oh, it's gonna be a new wave of babies happening pretty soon. Because this is the worst advice ever.
Well, anyway, we continue. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I guess the moral of the story is the pull-out method's up 19%. And I think y'all need to be careful with that shit. It doesn't stop from STDs happening. Doesn't stop from your dick
there you go. That
off.
one.
So be careful. Yes. Be careful. Just be prepared that if it doesn't work properly, the pull-out method, you have a chance of becoming a father. That's all I'm saying.
18 years.
18 years.
Sometimes even longer now, Vic, because if they go to college, you talking about like another fucking 4 or 6 years.
Damn.
Up to 24 years old. Yeah, and if you don't like the baby mom and you really don't like the kid, imagine that's your life.
Damn.
So think about those consequences, okay? If you're cool with the pull-out method, great, but make sure that at the very least you're doing it on someone that if something happened, you'd be like, well, I could deal with this. You know what I mean? Don't be out there just fucking, raw dogging just randoms, because that's when you get into problems. The more you know. Don't be raw dogging randoms.
Oh, shit. All right, well.
Anyway,
I think it's time to get into the Trump segment of this week. And, boy, there's lots of it. Now.
Indeed.
Now, it all started with Trump going down to Texas. It all started with Trump going down to Texas this week.
Sound like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fucking intro, dog.
Now, this is a story all about how Trump's life got flipped upside down. Trump went down to Texas, of course, and he got a lot of backlash from that. Mostly because he said that he was on front lines and he got to see shit firsthand when he was nowhere near epicenters and nowhere near damaged areas. And pretty much when he said he was seeing it firsthand, he posted a picture of him watching the Weather Channel.
That's where he's getting all his fucking information from, Vic. This makes complete sense now. Historic, fucking the most ever, amazing, fucking terrific. Like, I get it. You're looking at the fucking Weather Channel. You're looking at all the fucking records that is breaking. Like, oh shit.
Now, Eb,
really? The biggest flood ever?
Now, Eb, I think there was one thing that happened, last week that people got on him for, and I was kind of, I want to defend him a little bit. I don't like defending him. Ooh. I don't like it because I fucking despise the man. But I kind of feel like people that were giving him shit for the short impromptu speech that he gave about, look how many people are out here. I think what he said in general, for the most part, was fine and was what any president would say. Now, now that we put the fairness out,
oh shit.
Your boy Trump, Eb, was out there giving out care packages to people, that were coming in with their trucks, trying to get water, trying to get food, trying to get, basic supplies from the Red Cross and other charitable groups that are trying to help out. Now, Trump, with his little hands, was struggling putting these buckets into people's trucks. But one of the things that I caught, I don't know if a lot of people were talking about it, Ed, but he kept telling people, enjoy yourself. Am I the only one that caught that?
Enjoy yourself.
Seriously, like he's fucking Rick James or some shit. Like, no, these people are not coming to enjoy themselves. These people are not collecting things to enjoy themselves. No, they're coming here because they don't have supplies. They're trying to survive. They're trying to make it through this horrible storm that happened. And for this fucking stupid numbskull to be like, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. He said it multiple times on tape, and prosper. It made me so upset. Like I'm like, oh yeah, there's a Trump I know. There's a fucking idiot I know.
He's just dumb, Vic. He's fucking dumb as fuck, bro. I'm telling you, like the guy has. I think he's just waiting to get out, man. Seriously, because and the thing is, he has a short temper. He doesn't know how to fucking compose himself. He doesn't know how to conduct himself. And recently, a story came out here in the New York Times that Trump is out here screaming on people, Vic. Apparently, Trump laid into General Kelly, who admitted to his colleagues that he had never been spoken to the way Trump spoke to him in close to 35 years. This was after the rally that he had in Phoenix, where apparently he got so mad at General Kelly that he fucking went off on him.
He went all he went DMX on him, man.
He went DMX. He went OD on him, Vic. And, Kelly mentioned that he won't permit such a verbal beating in the future. And I was like, oh, I know what that means. That means like, yo, listen, I'm going to let you have this one. The next time you fucking put your lips together, even try to scream on me, I'm fucking you up on sight. So watch how you speak on my name. And I don't understand how someone like Donald, because let's keep it funky, Donald Trump, he doesn't know, like if he got in a fight, it looked like he would get his ass fucking handed to him.
Yeah.
On a platter.
Yep.
And you go just start screaming on a fucking Marine general, Army general, dog? Like, you really gonna do that? Like, he just ain't gonna slap the shit out of you, slap fire out of you, dog. Slap the fucking hair plugs off your ass, dog. What is wrong with you? I
mean, just to be petty, Eb, again, he was out there talking about, look how many people are here at that rally. And it ended up being, I mean, it's easily proven wrong. When actual evidence of pictures comes out that, you didn't have nobody there. And,
oh, yeah, I saw that. This shit was empty. And I'm like, yo, how is that his fault? Like, why you get mad at somebody else? That's like when you already fucking, you got you're like depressed and shit. So everything just makes you irritable. No matter what. Who the fuck left the AC on? God damn it. Who the fuck ate the last Oreo? God damn it.
That was my fucking Twinkie.
That was my Twinkie, motherfucker. Like, yo, and and more keeps coming out that this little relationship between Kelly and Donald Trump is getting real strained. And I'm like, yo, is this not the guy that you chose? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, what the fuck are you getting mad at? Like, you knew what he was about, and the reports keep coming out that he's trying to limit the amount of information that's given to Donald Trump before they get to read it, because they don't want him just putting out some wild bullshit. They're trying to keep him off Twitter. But Donald Trump is apparently fighting back like he's a fucking 15-year-old, and he's still calling. Apparently, he's still fucking texting his old bitch, Steve Bannon, on the low and shit, giving him a phone call, hey, like, boo, hey, how you doing? I miss you.
Hey, boo, you up?
Hey, don't.
Hi.
Don't. What do you mean? Yeah, I got my head under the pillow right now. No, I don't want anybody to hear me right now. So, how you doing?
I don't want to wake anybody up. Let me talk really quiet.
So that's the thing. It's like, this guy gets in his own way. So, like, he has people around. Like, at least he has one person that kind of sounds like, all right, I'm trying to fucking put you in a position where you don't look like a fucking moron all the time. And you continue to do whatever the fuck you want. So you just continue to fuck everything up. And, it's like, it doesn't really matter, man, because the fucking orange peel is back at it again. And today specifically, Vic, his band of goons and fucking goblins, Sarah Huckabee, and the Keebler elf, Jeff Sessions, we're back with another fucking evil plot, Vic. And this time,
back at it again.
They came through.
Yep.
And I wish it was a fucking movie, dog, but it's not. It's fucking real life. And this fucking clown cake has essentially pretty much just stopped DACA. Pretty much, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, being the true piece of feces that he is, he didn't disappoint, dog. He basically started the process to end DACA. And now reports have come out that ICE has almost every piece of information from every DACA recipient, home, address, everything. So it's just kind of funny how all that works out.
So DACA was essentially basically known as the Dreamers Act, right? Where people that were brought here as young people, young children, or, you know, of a certain younger age, were brought here by their parents of no will of their own, were brought here as illegal immigrants, were given the opportunity to stay in the country as long as they showed that they were responsible citizens. And for the most part, 97% of DACA recipients were actually employed, and many of them also going to school,
or in the military.
And it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy that this could be my cousins, this could be my uncles, you know, this could be either of my parents when they came here. And you know, first of all, again, I don't know if it's needed to be said, but fuck Donald Trump. He's just showing his fucking racist snout again. And you know, I'm not gonna pull any punches when it comes to how much I despise this person, and I do. You know, I still try to be fair when it's possible, but I mean, like I was trying to be fair earlier, but you know, this is really, really just cruel, and you know, it just shows how much of a piece of shit this guy is.
Yeah, absolutely, Vic. You're 100% correct, and I agree with you, my friend. You know, 6 months ago, this fucking clown said that he would actually deal with DACA. He would deal with the DACA issue with heart. And he was actually asked today, you know, how are you exactly dealing this with heart? And your man responded with, I have a great heart.
I have great heart.
I have a great. As a matter of fact, my doctor said that it's the strongest and bestest heart that he's ever seen. He told me that it was historic and magnificent and the best heart that this world will ever come to know.
It's the biggest heart.
I have the heart of
It's the biggest heart. Ever. I don't know if that's good or not, but it's the biggest one.
He said I have the heart of a 30-year-old smoker. So yes, I am fucking. No, like seriously, like you're putting people out. You know, a lot of these people that again. Of nothing that they did, they were just brought here by their parents, legal or illegal. You know what I mean? They didn't have a choice. Now, that choice was essentially made for them. Now,
before we have any of the Trump stans think, oh, well, they're just takers, right? First of all, these people are percentage-wise, they're highly employed. And, by the way, they pay into a system they will never get money back from. They pay taxes.
That's right. They don't get any of that.
Yeah, they pay all that, and they will never get Social Security because they are not citizens. So these are people that are paying into something that they'll never get back, and you know, it just shows you, you know, how heartless, how really vicious this presidency has become.
And let's cut the bullshit. Seriously, let's stop with the whole they're taking Americans' jobs. No, that's fucking bullshit. Just like you spew this fucking evil rhetoric of, well, you've been here for 17 years. Why haven't you become a citizen? Yeah, motherfucker, you've been here for 45 fucking years and you can't get a decent job. What does that tell you? As much shit as you talking, if they're taking your job, what the fuck have you been doing for the last 40 years and you still working at the fucking Quickie Mart? You know what I mean? Like, cut it out. I mean, Vic, keep it 100. Like, right? I mean, if you're gonna start fucking trying to come up with every fucking rhyme and reason as to why illegal immigrants and why these DACA, like, first of all, the illegal immigration thing, I can kind of see that point. And yeah, sure. I'm a little biased. I can agree with that. But I can understand the point that they're making. Mm-hmm. But when you have children that have come to this country, not because they wanted to, but because they were essentially forced. I mean, they were brought here by their parents.
Yep.
They grew up in this country. They went to school. They busted their ass and did everything that they could possibly do to get a fucking job and to get ahead in life. That's a little different to me. Yep. That to me is, it's like, it's apples and oranges, you know? And to read some of these fucking remarks that people are putting up, like DACA means Democrats against fucking America. Just shut the fuck up. Like, yo, cut it out. Like, seriously, just stop it. Like, these people are putting money back into the economy. You're not doing anything. These people are literally, as Vic mentioned, they're not going to see any of that money unless they become a citizen. And that alone takes years. Mm-hmm. Years to do. Vic, my aunt, literally 14 years, just literally got her visa. Literally just got her visa a month ago. After 14 years of us petitioning and trying to get her over here. Yeah, so man. It's not as easy as you think. It's a gang of money. It takes a lot, yo. And I'll tell you one thing, Vic. You brought up something earlier too, which kind of grinds my gears, but not so much. Okay. Only because I put these individuals in the same category that I put these racist devils in. Okay. The hashtag hold your own nuts has, I'm not even going to say trend because I really haven't seen much of it.
It was trending on Twitter, so it was trending.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the whole notion of hold your own nuts apparently is starting off with certain individuals in the black community are upset that apparently Hispanics, and when they say Hispanics, I'm throwing a blanket statement because that's essentially that's what they're writing. It's a blanket statement. They're not saying these individuals or these people. They're just saying Latinos and Hispanics in general, essentially aren't there to fight with them during their cause. So why should we fight and be there for their cause? I don't know about you. I don't know what city you're from. Doesn't really fucking matter to me. What I do know is, yes, there are certain individuals in the Latin community that are fucking racist. Yeah. Just like absolutely. There are racist individuals in the black community. Mm-hmm. Just like there's racist individuals in the Asian community. And the Asian community is fucking prevalent. Like we'll keep it all the way funky.
Sure.
All right. But whatever. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is you cannot throw a blanket statement on all Latinos, on all Hispanics, because I've seen it. I've seen Latinos and Hispanics out at the BLM marches, civil rights marches in Berkeley, in fucking South LA, in downtown Los Angeles, marching with our black brothers and sisters.
Yep.
Okay? Whoever you have grown up around or whatever you've seen, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, all you're perpetuating is divisiveness.
Eb,
that's all you're doing.
I couldn't agree with you more, Eb. And you know, I think on this show, when we kind of like break it down and try to get serious about certain things, I think we've always been on the forefront of trying to get minorities to stick together, because
in general,
when it comes down to it, we need each other's voices to go ahead and come out in advance, because in more ways than we're different, we're the same in the minority community. You know, we have different problems and there's different issues, but we also have a lot of the same. You know, now, when I was looking through these hashtags, it made me a little upset, Ed. But, you know, I realized that this was a minority of the black community that was, going off. And, some of the stuff they were writing was really, really hurtful. But, I know, just like anytime something bad happens in the black community, I know I got all their back, and I know for the most part, most people understand that these are injustices that are happening. This is not right what's happening. And I think some of this is a way to divide us. And Eb, like I told you earlier today, this is what the man wants, Eb. This is what the man wants. He wants to divide and conquer, Eb. And guess what, Eb? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. We're gonna be here. We're gonna keep fighting. Keep fighting for BLM. We're gonna keep fighting for our Latino rights. We're gonna fight for our Latino brothers. We'll fight for our Latina sisters. We're gonna fight for our black brothers, black sisters. So, I think at this time in the climate of the world, I think it's most important to make sure we don't lose sight of the injustices and start fighting within each other.
That's right. And again, everyone, you should know this by now. This is exactly what they do. They try to have infighting amongst your own community, and then against essentially the same people that are going through the same struggle that you are. Okay? Because all of us have been through the same struggle. And at the end of the day, hey, listen, you make your own decision as far as what side do you want to be on. Okay? And again, like I told you earlier, Vic, I put these people, there's a black separatist group, which isn't a big group. It's a minority within its own minority. And at the end of the day, hey, listen, if that's what you feel is necessary to continue your life and to make you feel relevant, then so be it. All I can tell you though is strength in numbers. That's true. That's a truism. And I'm not saying that the Latino culture doesn't have things that they need to work on themselves.
Absolutely.
And I've been a huge advocate for Afro-Latinos because, again, scared to come out, scared to talk about it, scared to acknowledge it. Don't even acknowledge it at all, But at the end of the day, if we come together, I'm telling you right now, there's no way that you can stop that movement. But again, once you start having infighting, when you start kind of picking and choosing when you want the help, when you don't want the help, who to help and who not to help, why and why not, all it does is create divisiveness. Okay. And like, again, we're there for anything, any injustice that happens in this world, you have to be there, and if you're saying, well, this whole DACA movement, we're going to fall back because, they're not there for us. Well, that in itself is a bit hypocritical, but I'll tell you this. You can't use this phrase when it's convenient, okay? And injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Ooh. All right? And what's going on right now is a huge injustice to individuals that have been here for 20 fucking years, working their ass off. And, I'll keep it funky. For the majority, they are Latinos, okay? They're Mexican, Salvadoran, fucking Guatemalan, Honduran, Puerto Rican. Well, not even Puerto Rican, excuse me, but most of the Central American countries and some of the Caribbean countries, a huge Haitian population that's also taking advantage of that. But it's not just Latinos, there's more than that. The majority is Latino, but this is a threat to everyone. You can't talk about Muslims and you can't talk about that because some of those people are also taking advantage of DACA. So listen, at the end of the day, our sole purpose here is to be happy and to be united as one and to generally and genuinely take advantage of living in this country. And when there are people out there trying to take our freedoms and what this country was actually built for, which is the same thing that Colin Kaepernick is fucking kneeling for, then that's an issue. But we all need to be in this together. It can't just be when I want to be, when I don't want to be, or I'll jump in right now, but I'm going to jump out on this one. Let me jump in on this one. It doesn't work that way. If you're going to be full-fledged, you got to be full-fledged, but you also have to understand that movement is going to come in all different colors as well. Brown, black, and white, and yellow. And you just got to be accepting of all of it, man. Because again, if you start saying, I'm cool with this, then you're not accepting of anything. And if you're part of that small minority, hey, do you.
Dun, 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 dun. Man, well, Eb, I think I'll just end this with saying one of the most poignant phrases I could think, or one of the most poignant quotes I could think of right now. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So think about that.
And one of the other poignant points.
Poignant
points that I want to make was holla.
All right. All right, Eb. Well, Eb, we've had a little hiatus on this segment. You know, we try to keep it going, but it's kind of hard to find these. But we're gonna bring back the POC of the week, Eb.
POC of the week.
Oh shit! I need to keep that for next week. Well, Eb, I think this POC of the week actually ties in with a lot of the stories we talked about today, as a matter of fact. Our POC of the week this week is Alonso Guillen. And Alonso Guillen was a person that was actually under the protections of DACA, right? He was a dreamer, but he was also a Texan. He lived in Texas most of his life. And when the floods in Houston happened, he drove over 100 miles to go and help get people out of the floods. And Alonso was in a boat trying to find people that needed help. And unfortunately, his boat capsized and he was trapped underneath the water and ended up passing away due to drowning. But this man that could have stayed home, could have just sat there and watched it on TV like a lot of us could, and a lot of us were helpless to do so. We're very far away. You know, he took the initiative to get out there and do something, to be actually go out there and help someone that he doesn't know, put his life on the line. And unfortunately, you know, he did lose his life to it, but I think this heroics definitely earned him some recognition from us. And I think it was important to kind of put that out there, that these are the kind of people that we need to admire. These are the type of people that we need to put a light on and show their greatness, their humanity, that they put someone before themselves. And that's all I got for this week, man. That's all we got for this week. Please make sure you follow us on social media. Buffet_boys on Instagram and Twitter. And follow us on Facebook. Buffet Boys Podcast on Facebook. And you can always find us on the good old BuffetboysPodcast.tk, because we can't afford the .com yet. And Ed, that's all we got, man.
Yeah, yo, you know what it is. It was episode 37. You feel me? We was out here. Big shout out to the UML Network.
Yep.
Thank you for continuing to bang with us.
Yep.
The Sweats and Suits Podcast, Twisted Sisters,
yep.
The Moguls on Sports,
the Mogul Lounge.
Oh, y'all, man. The Mogul Lounge. Check us out also on the realmidwestradio.com.
Hey, what's wrong with your voice, Ab? What's wrong with your voice? You swallow a cactus or something?
You know, I'm getting my grown and sexy on to close the show out, Vic. You feel me?
All right.
Big shout out to Oatmeal Face Ball. That's right. This goes out to you, Lonzo Ball.
Shit.
Continue that nonsense, because you're going to be fucking up. Don't fuck up our Lakers season, goddammit. Because Little B has already warned you of what he's going to do.
Get out of here. Just end the show. I'm tired of this nonsense you're talking.
And your garbage, ridiculous,
I'm going to cut all this out anyway.
No one's listening to Nas
cut it out
because Migos and Future are real hip-hop.
I'm going to cut this out anyway. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
God.
Don't speak on the gods. All right. Yo, this was episode 37. Buffet Boys. Estamos listos. Estamos prendidos. Yeah. So, yo, Vic, man.
Yeah. This is a little heavier, man. It's a little heavier, but yeah, hey, it had to happen. And we had to put the voice out, man.
But yeah, man. Hey, listen. Okay, we gonna be back next week?
Yeah.
We gonna be back next week?
Yeah. We're going to be back next week.
All right, cool. Well, hey, listen, we're going to be back next week, as always, podcasting for the culture, bringing more knowledge for your brain, more culture for your soul, more bullshit for your week. It's your boy, the Salvadoran sensation, La Semilla de Marañón, trayéndole ese sonido
Jesus
salvadoreño.
Christ. It's your boy, Vic.
Peace, yo.